God. That's what I intend to do by rallying people who believe in these values to provide the leadership for the nation.
Thank you so much, Reverend Al Miller, head of the Jamaica First political movement. Thanks again. We return to canvassing in St. Catherine East Central, where Amoy Harriet has been on the ground from since morning. She has spoken to us earlier, and she has an update for us now. That's where Orlando Terrelong and Raymond Price are actually... We're going to Dr. Alfred Dawes and the man they call Big Rob.
The Bridgeport High School here in southeastern St. Catherine, where the PNP stand-up bearer, Dr. Alfred Dawes, has just been nominated. Now, as you can see by the chaos behind me, he's now exiting the EOJ's office here and joined by his dozens of PNP supporters who are dressed in orange. We also caught up with Dr. Dawes earlier in an interview.
The incumbent, he has won with a margin. Well, his total votes is far below what other JLP candidates have lost with before. So we know that what happened was that the PNP never came out because of COVID and other reasons. There was a national decision to stay at home for many comrades. Right now, the base is energized far beyond what anyone has seen in recent times, and it is just, the momentum is just building. So if you're talking about base for base, we have far more PNP supporters. If you're talking about the undecided, they are swinging this way because they're fed up with what is happening nationally, and they see in me a candidate who can represent them. And what I have brought to the table is that we're going to end the 5 years of a disjointed government where residents are told that this project, this road, this drain, this gully, this park to be debush is the business of the council and the parish council and not the MP. The MP is only responsible for 3 roads. What I'm saying to the citizens of Southeast St. Catherine is that you will have a join-up government. Well, there will be no councillor road or MP road, no councillor drain or MP drain. There will be a southeast drain, a southeast park, and a southeast road. So wherever the money is going to come from, whether my allocation or the councillors, they will get that problem fixed. There is no plan B. We are going to win.
All right, so just a change and correction there because that's southeastern St. Catherine. But with that, we take a break. Do stay with us.
Jamaica's unemployment rate has fallen to 3.3%, down from 13.2% in 2016. Our government's continued focus on job creation is delivering real results. We are building Jamaica. The time by the Office of the Prime Minister is
12:45.
Our days get a little complex sometimes. Often so many things make sense, yet so many do not. We are being intentional about giving prominence to the big stories in order to clarify and enlighten. Lead Story explains who, what, when, where, why, and how. Lead Story with George Davis, weekdays at 6:30 p.m. on CVM TV.
Hey everybody, I'm Yendi, and this is Odyssey with Yendi. In this space, we connect with some of your favorite people as they share their journeys. Here we have some unfiltered conversations as we deep dive into their inspirations, motivations, and experiences to inspire our own life journey.
Odyssey with Yendi, brought to you by Grace, Singer, and IslandNet Services.
Thanks so much for staying with us. In international news, rescue teams are searching for survivors after a boat capsized in northwest Nigeria. The vessel went down in Sokoto State. Nearly 50 people were on board heading to a Sunday market. 10 survivors have been pulled from the water. More from Al Jazeera.
A search and rescue operation has been launched since Sunday afternoon and is continuing into Monday morning. Officials insist that they will continue with the operation until the last person who needs to be saved is recovered from the waters. However, as the days drag on, the likelihood of finding anybody alive continue to diminish. What we know right now is that most of the passengers on that boat left their villages to try to go to a grains market near Goronyo in Sokoto State when the accident happened. We continue to see the rise in such cases, such accidents on Nigerian rivers and waterways over the past few years. Just 3 weeks ago, 16 people died in Niger State, 6 in Jigawa drowned, and of course, dozens more have been reported in other parts of Nigeria as well. Officials and many observers believe that some of these boats are poorly maintained, and there is also the case of overloading, as we've noticed in almost all the cases of boat capsizing.
And we return home to local politics because a biker reportedly fell and injured himself during this morning's nomination day festivities. In light of this, all road users are instructed by the authorities to adhere to the rules of the roadways. Just a reminder, as you see the images there, it's fun to be out there. It's exciting, pulsating even, and you're a part of the festivities. But please, ladies and gentlemen, especially the younger ones who are coming out to see the fanfare, exercise caution on the nation's roads. You can still get injured, people can still lose their lives, and we don't wish to have any of that this election season. All right, we take a break. We'll return with more of what's happening at the nomination centers across Jamaica in just a moment.
Make money now with local City and Guilds and ABE endorsed certificates and Distinction College. Start new online and face-to-face classes very soon in our Make Money Now career courses and get qualified jobs worldwide or start your own business in practical pediatric, geriatric, and psychiatric nursing, phlebotomy and pharmacy technician, early childhood education, childcare, cashiering, call center, event planning, receptionist, customer service, housekeeping, waitering, food preparation, bartending, cake baking, plumbing, motor vehicle, electrical installation, air conditioning, makeup, hairdressing, nail technician, and cosmetology. No subjects acquired, no age limit. Register this week and get City and Guilds Maths and English classes for free. Call us at 3564167.
Get tiles and get creative with your floors, walls, and all the spaces in between. Our knowledgeable sales consultants are happy to help create your beautiful finish with the latest designs in first quality porcelain, wood look, vinyl, mosaics, natural stones, and countertops. At Creative, you will get every tile you need for your residential or commercial projects. Creative Building Finishes, your one-stop shop for everything tiles. Visit our showroom at 5 Red Hills Road or call 876-929-5553. Get tiles, get creative.
Let's delve deep into the issues. We'll take you beneath the surface.
Greetings and salutations. My name is Orville Higgins and it's another edition of Fan Central.
Talking to the people at the heart of the top sporting stories. Hear from your favorite sportsmen and women and the administrators who work tirelessly to make it all happen. It's a live sports talk.
I've written an entire article.
Yeah.
Looking at all the major issues every Tuesday at 9 p.m. It's Fan Central.
Get your golden ticket and win with Sangsters is back to school. Spend $5,000 or more at any of our stores. Get a golden ticket, scratch it off, and win. The grand prize is a shopping spree valued at $150,000 at Price Mart or a JPS gift voucher valued at $150,000. Plus, 12 branch winners will get $10,000 digital gift card. See the press or visit our website for details. Conditions apply. Authorized under Section 58.3 of the Betting, Gaming and Lotteries Act.
so much for staying with us. Well, we understand that Finance Minister and incumbent in St. Andrew Eastern, Minister Favour Williams, has just been officially nominated at Mona High over there in Mona, St. Andrew. So we're seeing images there on screen of the minister approaching the ECJ workers, and she is about to make her payments. I believe those would be the 10 people who would have signed over to say, yes, she must be made a candidate this time around. We believe in her. That's in essence what those 10 supporters have done. They have signed the documents to say she is a worthy contender who we believe should be in this competition this time around. So you see there that she is going up against the PNP's Patricia Duncan Sutherland, who we saw earlier. She was nominated at around 10 thereabout. And so Minister Williams, they're signing on to the nomination documents. And she's going to pay as well her 15,000 Jamaican dollars in cash. They don't accept credit or debit cards. Not for this process. Lots of media activity at the ECJ table. Nomination day activities are usually much fanfare and they are interesting to watch. As you'll see, the members are using typically green paper notes for the candidates from the Jamaica Labour Party, and the ones from the People's National Party typically use the notes that connote more of the orange and the yellow. So as far back as they're possible to go, if it's even $20 coins. I've never seen that one, but I know they try to use the notes that reflect the colors of the parties they are aligned with. And so there you have it. She'll be issued her instruments of nomination. And you are seeing also in this video, turncoat Venetia Phillips. So once a rival of the Jamaica Labour Party, she was a councillor in the Pepin division. But I understand now our team is on the ground and they're anticipating interactions shortly. But we're just showing you what the process looks like if you've never been inside a nomination center. Witnessing the process can be interesting. You see those paper notes? Those look like quite a bit of $100 notes. That would be a lot of counting. But we are standing by to join our reporter out there in the field, Andre Jebinson. Andre, what can you share with us?
All right, thank you very much, Nika, and good afternoon to our viewers. So we just witnessed the nomination of Favour Williams, the Minister of Finance, and the two-term MP, who is obviously going for a third term. I spoke with her shortly, and she expressed confidence that she is going to come out victorious on September 3. Of course, September 3 would have been the first time she won an election, and she is confident that she is going to do so against Patricia Duncan Sutherland of the People's National Party, who was nominated at around 10:15 this morning. Both camps are, expressing confidence of the outcome. I also addressed some other issues with Mrs. Williams. The 1% that the teachers are, the 0% increase that teachers are saying need to be improved before they can accept any wage offer from the government. Also spoke with her about, the debate preps that are coming up, because, of course, being the finance minister, she's one of three that will be participating in the election. She was not able to tell us who the team is, but she's confident that she will do well in that interview. She said because of the track record of the Andrew Holness administration and her track record, short though it may be in the Ministry of Finance, she has no problem going up against the People's National Party in the debate. Earlier when we spoke to Mrs. Duncan Sutherland, she comes from political royalty, some would say. So she was surrounded by her sisters. She was surrounded by her stepmother, who is Mrs. Beverly Manley Duncan. And they are also expressing confidence. They said they have been canvassing, and their canvass shows them well ahead of the Jamaica Labour Party. Mrs. Williams was a little bit more cautious when she was asked that question But what we're looking at now is, a sea of orange across the street from the nomination center. Of course, how it's structured is that, the party that comes first, they have about 2 hours in between so they can clear the area. So the next party can come in second. And so what we're looking at now is just supporters of the Jamaica Labour Party who are standing at bay because the police, of course, has a duty to keep them away from the nomination center. Earlier in the day, we did see a little accident, a crash between a bus driver and a biker who was rushed to the hospital. We've been trying to get some information on what is currently the situation with that driver, but we've not been able to do so. But, of course, we are going to have a full roundup in CVM News at 7, so please, we invite you to, join us then.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Andre Jebinsa, over there in St. Andrew Eastern, where you've just witnessed Finance Minister Favour Williams, who'll be contending with the PNP's Patricia Duncan Sutherland being nominated. And just an item of sports now. Reigning senior women's champions Jamaica picked up their first win, 3-0 over Suriname a short while ago on the second day of competition at the 2025 Caribbean Volleyball Championships at the Sir Kendall G.L. Isaacs Gymnasium in the Bahamas. The Jamaicans, who got by Suriname 25-19, 25-20, 25-16, were bouncing back from an opening round loss to Barbados on Sunday. That went down 21-25, 19-25 and 21-25. Meanwhile, the Jamaican men opened their campaign on a winning note on Saturday, coming from behind to defeat hosts Bahamas 3-2. The Jamaicans dropped the first set 20-25, and they dominated the second set 25-15 to level at 1-1. Took the third set 25-21 to go up 2-1. They lost the fourth set 20-25, and it all came down to the fifth and deciding set, which they wrapped up in 14 minutes at 15-11. The final set. Of course, the Jamaican men will return to action again on Tuesday against Suriname. 3 players in the Mount Pleasant team, Shaquan Davis, Sule McCullough and Devontae Campbell, will have a taste of European football when they take up a 1-year contract with third-tier club Rahik Mans. Paul Christie, sporting director at Mount Pleasant, pointed out that the acquisition of the Belgian club by Mount Pleasant is intended to be used as a gateway to getting Caribbean players into Europe. We'll hear more in sports later on in our news at 7 about that. But that brings us to the close of our extended news at noon broadcast. And on behalf of the entire team here at CVM TV, I'm Nika Lewis. Do enjoy the rest of your day.
Yanga, brought to you by
Hyundai or Hyundai.